Dante's rich, emotionally unavailable, and dressed like regret in a tailored suit. Chances are I've already added it to my TBR. So let's talk billionaire romances that are actually worth reading. Boss Man by V. Keeland. This is a standalone billionaire romance, and I feel like it flies under the radar way too often. I went into it expecting something light and fun, maybe a quick rom-com with some flirty banter, and it ended up being so much more emotional than I thought. Reese is on a terrible date when Chase Parker, total stranger, hot CEO, overhears her trying to escape and just inserts himself into the situation. This wild, made-up backstory like their childhood friends. Chaotic, hilarious, and immediately sets the tone for their dynamic. The tropes in this book are workplace romance, forced proximity, slow burn, billionaire boss, tons of banter. Pacing is quick, super bingeable. I finished it in like a day. Yes, Chase is cocky, but there's depth under the charm. His backstory is genuinely heartbreaking, but it gives the story so much more emotional weight than I expected. Reese is strong and independent, but the way she pushes back on him is so satisfying. Spice-wise, it's there, it's steamy, but it's not constant. Tension builds first, and when it hits, it hits. What really stuck with me though was the message, don't focus on the what ifs, focus on what is. Sounds simple, but the way it plays out, gut punch. The Fine Print by Lauren Asher. Okay, so this is book 1 in the Dreamland Billionaire series, and if you haven't heard, yes, it's inspired by a Disney-style theme park empire, and that alone had me instantly interested. My foot fell asleep. Pins and needles. This one gives you grumpy sunshine, boss employee, forced proximity, and a classic billionaire with a tragic backstory. It's definitely romance first, but the plot actually holds its own too, especially if you love stories where personal growth and emotional healing are a big part of the arc. Rowan is the grumpy CEO, all control and closed off vibes. And Zara is this bright, creative theme park designer that just wants to bring a little magic to the world. The moment she enters his life, everything starts unraveling. He doesn't think he's capable of love, not really. He's definitely emotionally shut off, and he has spent years burying anything that makes him feel. Watching him slowly realize that might not be true. So satisfying. It's fast-paced but not rushed. The banter is top tier, and the spice, oh, it's spicy. Yes, it is. There's no fade to black here. It's not implied. It's very much there, and it's earned. What made this one stand out to me, though, was how earnest it feels. There's just something really satisfying about watching a guarded billionaire get emotionally wrecked by someone who radiates joy and imagination. King of Wrath by Anna Wong. This is the first book in the Kings of Sin series. It opens with a blackmail forced engagement between a billionaire CEO and the daughter of a jewelry tycoon. So yeah, drama right out of the gate. Tropes-wise, you've got enemies to lovers, forced proximity, blackmail, and serious power couple energy as things get going. Dante is this cold, controlling CEO who is being blackmailed into marrying Vivian. And Vivian, she's elegant, ambitious, and wants nothing to do with him. But she agrees to the engagement to help her family's reputation. Banter between them is sharp, the tension is constant, and even though there's attraction under the surface, it's definitely a slow burn. What I loved is how Vivian never lets Dante bulldoze her. She challenges him, and you can see him start to unravel. Like, the man is used to controlling entire empires. And suddenly he's flustered by this one woman. It's so good. So good. The pacing is really fast in this book. I flew through it. You get that perfect balance of slow burn tension and a steamy payoff. Underneath the heat, there's also this unexpected vulnerability that starts to come through. As Dante opens up, and it makes their relationship start to feel real. If you're into billionaire romances with a twist, the guy starts out icy but gets humbled in the most satisfying way, King of Wrath is a must-read. A Not So Me Cute by Megan Quinn. This is the first book in the Kane Brothers series, a set of interconnected standalones. So tropes-wise for this one, we've got forced proximity, fake dating, grumpy sunshine, and opposites attract. Leslie is a cold, hyper-focused billionaire who needs a fake, pregnant fiance to close a major business deal. Lottie, on the other hand, is broke, jobless, and desperate. And their lives kind of crash together when she literally walks through a rich neighborhood looking for a rich husband. It's wild and it works. Lottie is chaotic, blunt, and hilarious. Huxley, on the other hand, is stiff, judgmental, and honestly kind of a jerk. They constantly clash, lots of sarcasm, lots of tension. But the more time that they're forced to spend together, the more that it shifts. Once the feelings start to sneak in, it's game over. The pacing is super quick, the banter is non-stop, and the spice definitely shows up. But what I really loved was how unexpectedly sweet it got. Huxley doesn't just fall, he softens, and you can feel it in the little moments. And Lottie, she never stops being herself, even when things get real. So if you want something laugh out loud funny with fake dating chaos, a grumpy billionaire who gets humbled hard, and an MFC who fully steals the show, A Not So Me Cute is such a fun pick. Twisted Love by Anna Wong. This is the first book in the Twisted series, a set of interconnected standalones that follows a close group of friends. You can totally read this one on its own, but it's also one that kicks everything off. Tropes-wise in this one, we've got brother's best friend, grumpy sunshine, forced proximity, opposites attract, billionaires, and neighbors. Alex Volkov is the cold, emotionally unavailable best friend of Ava's brother. And when her brother leaves town, Alex moves in next door to keep an eye on her. From there, things pretty much get complicated. Ava is sunshine in human form. She's sweet, soft, and always looking for the light. And Alex is the exact opposite of that. He's guarded, intense, and running from some deep emotional trauma. Their dynamic is this slow unraveling. You feel the walls coming down little by little, and it's so satisfying when they finally let each other in. I would say the pacing is steady in this book, not rushed but never boring, and there's a really good balance between emotional moments and tension. The spice is definitely there, but it does not overpower the story. What I loved most is how this book balances vulnerability and heat. It's angsty without being too heavy, and you totally get why they fall for each other. You love the idea of a grumpy billionaire being undone by the girl he was never supposed to fall for. Twisted Love is a great place to start. And that's the list. Let me know in the comments if you've read any of these, or if you have a favorite billionaire romance that I need to check out. And if you want more recs like this, don't forget to like and subscribe.